What if your customers are trying to find your business online, but instead of finding you, they find your competitors? Now, more than ever, it's time to make sure you have the right SEO to make your business stand out online. Welcome to Go Mind Your Business with Terri Bork, presented by ExtremeMarketingConcepts, putting your business in front of the hungry herd of buyers who are looking for you right now. Extreme Marketing Concepts, helping you drive more traffic, dominate the market, and crush your competition. And now, here's Terri.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Go Mind Your Business. My name is Terri Bork, and I'm in our program today. I have a very special guest with me. His name is Joel Comm. Welcome to our show today, Joel.
Hi, Terri. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, oh, it's so great to have you. I first met Joel personally in Atlanta back in this past February 2014.
Yep. Right.
And we were at the NAMS conference, and he just made me laugh so hard. He's such a fun, decent, down-to-earth guy, and I just loved everything he had to share with us at the conference there. It was just so great. You know, and for those of you that are not familiar, maybe I'll give you a little insight to some of the things that Joel's done or created.
Oh, this will be good.
He is a best-selling author. He's written, so many books to help marketers out there. Like, let's see, what are some of Joel's books?
They're right there. Can you see them?
Huh?
They're all right there. Can you see them?
Oh, they're all right where? I left out of our chat there.
They're on
they're all on your, your back wall.
So just right there, just read off the spot. No, you can't see that.
Yeah, right off the back wall. Well, there's the AdSense code. So what do you do? And we'll talk more about so what do you do again. Another one is the click-to-order stories, Twitter power, ka-ching. And the other fun thing that Joel's done is the Fart app that was put out a couple years ago, which an amazing app that's just so needed by men everywhere and ladies too. Maybe not so much.
Yeah, we're not gender specific. We think that flatulence is fun for everyone.
Right, it's very popular in his college. He loves that app, and he shares with everybody that his mom knows the Fart app guy.
Yep, there we go.
And there it is. Hold it up again. There it is, right there. Fart app. Yeah. Yes. It's just so delicate. Yeah, there we go. Right. So, in addition to that, Joel also helps folks with lots of great strategies for being a great marketing consultant, and helps internet marketers get going with all of their marketing needs. So again, I'm really excited that you're here.
Well, thanks for having me. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great fun. So I want to just first start. Let's talk about, so what do you do too? So what do you do too? I am so excited because I'm actually an author in this upcoming book.
You're in the book.
Coming out. Terri Bork is one of the chapters. I wrote about how I got started in this crazy, insane internet marketing thing, and my journey and my struggles, and then my victories on the other side. And I'm really excited about it. And I know all of the contributors to this next section of so what do you do? So I'm really excited to learn about all of their stories. Yeah. So, you know, how does having a book benefit people in general who want to promote themselves on the internet?
Well, there's something about the book that grants massive credibility and authority that other products don't do. You know, I sold thousands of copies of ebooks before I ever did a traditionally published book, and made a lot of money selling ebooks, but it wasn't until I took that content, especially my AdSense Secrets content, and put it into a printed book format that people took me even more seriously. There's something about the printed word right? That, we can hold the book and we can smell the book and we can highlight the book. And not that you can't do that with ebooks, but I think at a young age we were taught that this is where you go for knowledge. And so when you've gone to the effort to create a work that is traditionally published, it raises your credibility level and the perception of others.
That's really, really true. I'm really excited. My first book I wrote by myself, and I self-published. Now this time it's the cooperative effort with a whole bunch of other folks. This happens to be with a group of folks that attended the NAMS conference, and it's so great that a community is involved in putting this together. It's nice otherwise, but it's nice that all of the authors know each other. I think it's just such a privilege to be with my NAMS community, and I'm really glad you brought it.
The NAMS community is it's a special community. I love what David Perdue has created. I love the camaraderie and the way everybody helps one another. And there's so many fantastic stories in the people in the NAMS community, and it just made perfect sense to create a win-win-win. It's a win for all the co-authors. I believe we've got 42 that all have an inspirational story to tell, but with an entrepreneurial bent. And so with each person, that takes about 4 or 5 pages, you get to learn a little bit about their history, why they do what they do, how the journey took them to where they are today, and then how what they do brings value to the world around them. And everybody's stories are so unique and different and special that you can read these one at a time and just, soak it up and be inspired by that person. And my goal is not only to tell the stories of the people that are in the book, but that the reader will be inspired to tell their story.
Yeah, oh, it's so great. It was such a great concept. And again, I'm so privileged to be a part of the chapter in the book. I can't wait. And I get to have myself with a best-selling author. I think that's really pretty cool. So I get to get credibility and leverage that for myself, which is
right.
It's a nice little tip for marketers out there. You want to leverage what you got. So, this is a great way to do it. Find a best-selling author and figure out what to do next, right?
It's a great joint venture. It's a great, if I can't leverage the success I've had to help others get their voice out there, then, what's it for? All for me. So it's a great opportunity to be able to do that. And for the NAMS community in general, it's it's a feather in the cap for David Perdue to say, hey, our community has produced a book. And that's a draw for others who want to come into that community. And of course, we're doing the big book launch. We hope to have the books printed and in hand in time for the next NAMS at the beginning of August.
Right. I can't wait to see what it looks like. The cover looks fantastic. You guys did such a great job with it. And again, I just can't wait to read it. I was reading several of the stories. I have a little sneak peek there in our little private Dropbox section.
Right.
And I was reading some, and I was really moved by the greatness of the other authors. It's so wonderful. So let's talk a little bit and shift over to affiliate marketing. Okay. A lot of people that listen to my show still work, Joel, a full-time job, and they're looking to start making money online, doing affiliate marketing and things like that. What do you think is a good way for a new person to get going on their venture?
Well, first of all, it helps if you have a website, because if you don't have a site of your own in your own particular niche, then the only way to do affiliate marketing is to choose a product and then run advertisements. So you've got to pay to promote other people's products and figure out how to not get upside down on that. So the best way is whatever your site is, whatever your site is about, to find products that complement that. So if you've got a site that's about parenting, for example, then you might find some ebooks about being a more effective parent, right? And how to raise healthy children. And you can go to places like clickbank.com to find those, or jvzoo.com. And so I think that the low-hanging fruit in affiliate marketing is with digital products, because they usually pay anywhere from 40 to 60% commissions. So if you sell a $27 ebook, you could make a $13 commission on that, and that's a whereas if you're linking to products, say on Amazon.com, you might sell a CD and only make $1 off of that. So I really like going after the digital products first.
Oh, fantastic. And that's a great tip. And you know what, you guys, you keep hearing the same recurring theme coming from guest after guest after guest that come on our show and talk, that having a website is a definite must. And when you put up other people's products that you can joint venture with and make some additional revenue for yourself, you don't have to work as hard in the beginning, because there's a way for you to generate some instant money for yourself. And a lot of places like JVZoo, they're an instant pay. You don't have to wait like ClickBank does until you have a certain amount of money in your wallet before they send you a check, or they send it every 2 weeks. I get one all the time. I don't remember how many now, but you have to wait for.
Isn't that great when you've got money, when you've got checks coming so often that you don't even know how often they're coming?
Right,
that's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, I love it. So, but it didn't start that way, right? It started like, how much do I have to sell? and it was pulling air out until you actually got, a sequence down, and it just takes a little bit of time. But then once it's over, and you get those products going and you add to it, I don't think you can feed your audiences enough to satisfy them. They always want more once you get started.
Different products click with different people. They might not be interested in this product that you're sharing with them, but they might buy something else. They might not go for high price point products, but they might eat up low price point products like crazy. And it's just a matter of feeling out the audience and seeing what it is. They'll tell you what they want. Mm-hmm. And once you figure out that formula for what connects with your audience, then it's just a matter of finding quality products that are going to help them.
Right. I want to just stop. I know that you took a sabbatical, not too long ago, and you just came back. And I love your story about, Joel is very engaged in marketing and in his business. And then he stopped, and he went to work at, I'm going to say Barnes & Noble now because I'm going to say the wrong one. Right?
You are correct.
Okay, good. I knew it was a B. No. And, I'm fascinated. It's an amazing story where you just got to simmer down and listen to what the market was looking for and be with the people on a consistent basis and help them find books there. Was there anything other, for yourself that you got in what people were looking for? It was just that it's kind of the same as the marketplace is online.
Yeah, I think everybody was different, and this was I took this job about 1.5 years into my semi-sabbatical. I didn't completely go off the radar, but mostly I took a break, sold off a couple of my businesses, and just took time away to work on myself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And I wasn't ready to get back to work full time yet, but I wanted to do something that would stretch me a little bit. And so I took a 1 shift a week part-time job at Barnes & Noble, and it was great because I really wanted to be behind the cash register. It's funny because they have my books, on the shelf in the store. Nobody knows, though. They don't know who I am. I mean, if I go to an internet marketing event or something like that, then I have a little celebrity, but I can walk around Denver or just about anywhere else, and it's very rare that somebody recognizes me. It's always fun when they do, but it's very rare. And being behind the counter, I just got to engage with the people that were there buying books, and whatever it was they were putting up on the counter to purchase. If it was a book on Alaska, I'd ask them if they were going on a cruise. If they had kids with them, I'd talk to them. I got grown kids now, but I'm a father, and I know how to deal with children and make them smile and engage with them. And that's just the whole customer experience should be like that. I'm thinking to myself, why aren't all the store, the booksellers treating their customers this way? And a lot of people aren't personal, and they don't know how to engage with others. They're there to ring you up and check you out, and then you're gone out the door. And I think the stores miss an opportunity by not putting people in those cashier positions that are more outgoing.
It's true. And what's scary is that I think as society changes, where we're more using our fingers to text, and we're not involved in the same type of conversation that you and I were growing up as kids, where we were forced to talk to each other every single day. We got on the phone and we physically made a phone call and we learned how to talk with one another. That doesn't happen now today. So it's going to be really interesting in the generation that's coming up to see how they're going to communicate with us when we go into Barnes & Noble and get our coffee and want to buy our book about going to Alaska and taking our cruise,
Well, and hopefully we'll still have the stores. I mean, that's the fear that we have, is that we're losing. A lot of independent bookstores aren't able to make it, and the book industry is changing, and we don't have as many kids going to the library anymore because everything's so accessible online. And so, this is one of the reasons I really encourage people to get out from behind their computer and go to live events. As often as you can, whether they're in your backyard in your own city or whether you got to get on a plane or drive to get there, because that's really where it happens. It's when you meet people face to face. That's how we met.
Yep.
The odds are we probably wouldn't be doing this interview right now because I get so many requests, but we made a connection face to face, and I got to know you a little bit, and you're like, hey, you said to ask. And you asked, and here I am, and it's great, but it wouldn't have happened if we weren't at an event. And so it's so essential that people do that. In fact, I think apart from writing your book, it's the single most important thing I can tell you to do.
Yeah, oh, it's so true. Developing relationships, especially today, if you're in business, is vitally important. And it doesn't matter if you're in marketing or you're a babysitter or, you own the corner store. Marketing to your business and staying in touch and seeing what the people are looking for so you can provide that for them is vitally important. And I'm grateful that we're having this opportunity to hang out for a little bit today and I get to share you with my friends. It's so awesome.
Well, once you know your stuff, it's no longer about what you know, but it really is about who you know. And that's why sites like LinkedIn are so important, and that's why I connect to so many people. In fact, when I looked at my my LinkedIn connections, I just pulled this up here a little bit ago, I'm connected to over 15,000 people directly now. And through those people, I'm connected to over 27 million people. So that means if I want to meet somebody that I'm not directly connected to, I just go to one of my existing contacts and say, hey, would you introduce me? Or if I'm feeling gutsy, I'll just use the in-mail service on LinkedIn because I pay for that, and I'll just contact them directly, and amazing things have happened as a result.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's true, and it's a wonderful thing. From you, I learned Lori Ruff from you, and got to learn amazing things about Lori and how she's growing her LinkedIn business and what she does to be more successful.
Right.
And those type of things, help me to, enhance my business a little bit more. So I learn and share and learn. It's such a wonderful thing.
We have a visitor.
We do?
Yeah.
Who's that? Is that a raccoon?
It's the flying monkey.
Oh, it's the... I see it now. So what are you going? Oh my.
Yeah. He likes to pop up. He pops up when I speak, and he sits on my desk here, and so that's kind of the flying monkey has become one of the mascots of my business, and kind of really summarizes the way that I like to operate in business. It's like you have some fun. With what you're doing. If you're not having fun doing what you're doing, then you might need to take a hard look at it and go, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? It has to be fun. And just because we're getting older doesn't mean we have to grow up. We can be professional, but we can be playful.
Right.
Ooh, wait, I think I just coined a new word. Playfessional.
Playfessional. All right. Oh,
playfessional. I'm gonna. That's a tweet. I'm gonna have to tweet that.
Okay. Playfessional. I'm writing it down.
Playful and professional is to be playfessional.
Yeah. Fantastic. I like that.
I don't know if it'll stick. We hashtag.
I don't know. We'll give it a hashtag and see what happens.
They can't all be winners.
You heard it right here on Go Mind Your Business. Playfessional from Joel Comm. Cool. So I love it.
I never know what's going to come out.
I know. That's what's so great.
We're live. Can we edit this? No.
Nope. It is how it is, and that's what's so great about, Go Mind Your Business. You never know what's going to happen. So.
I love the name, by the way. Just GoMindYourBusiness.com. It's just, it really sticks out.
Yeah. Well, it's true, right? We have to mind it, or it just nothing happens with your business. So it's said in just a playful way. It's playfessional.
It is playfessional. I like it. I'm gonna write that down. Where's I need a sticky note? Let's see here. Playfessional.
Playfessional. Yep. There we go.
I don't know. Is there another way to pro? professional looks like that. So play professional would just be basically taking the pro off and putting play there instead. Huh. I don't know.
You
Maybe
just gotta go PLAF, right? PLAF instead of the Y. Take the Y off.
Oh, play professional. It looks
Right?
like
No, I don't know. I don't know how you doing it. Which way looks right?
it looks like professional.
Okay, well, it's all good. I like it. I think it's the word of the day.
Awesome. And you heard it here first. Go mind your business.
Go mind your business. We're play-fressional all the time. So great. So let me just ask you, self-publish or having a publisher. I want to jump back to the book for a minute. What's your take on that?
Well, I think there's a time and a season for everything, right? There's never one answer that suits everybody. If you can get in with a large publishing house that will give you an advance and a royalty that makes it worth the time and effort to write it at their behest, because it's really all about how many books they sell from their perspective, then it's not a bad thing. I've done that before, and I have offers, and I'm sure I'll do it again. Self-publishing, on the other hand, is if you have no other avenues, right? And you can't get a book contract, and the only way you're going to get your book out there is if you self-publish it. Well, that's the avenue to go. However, this new model that has been pioneered by my friend and publisher David Hancock at Morgan James Publishing takes the best of those two worlds and merges them into a model called entrepreneurial publishing. So like the traditional publishing world that gets you distribution, and like the self-publishing world that gives you full control over your content and the look of your book and the marketing, entrepreneurial publishing takes those two and puts them together. So that's what we're doing with So What Do You Do Volume 2. It's what we do with Volume 1. It's the AdSense code I did with him, and Click Here to Order I did with him, and it's a fantastic model because it gives the author the power to do what they want with the book, but gives them a New York presence publishing house to help them through the process, help them with the masterminding and the marketing, so that they can get the book to take them where they want to go. Essentially, publish an author writing a book, it should be about the author, not about how many books are sold. It should be about the vehicle for where that book takes you, and that's how Morgan James works, and that's why I'm a big fan.
Fantastic. Oh, I got to eavesdrop on an interview that you did with him, and it was just wonderful, and it opened up my eyes to new possibilities and a different way of thinking. So.
Well, and being in this book, this is actually the first edition of So What Do You Do that was published last year, and the second edition is going to have a blue cover, some different hands on there, and of course different names here at the bottom along with mine. But this is a great stepping stone for people who either haven't published their own book yet to be included in a community book as a co-author with a New York Times bestselling author. Is a stepping stone, or for those who have done a book but also want to increase their credibility by having more exposure, it's a great stepping stone to that too. And I know a lot of people that were in this first edition and that are going to be in the NAMS edition are both taught, some have signed with Morgan James Publishing to do their own book now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And guys, if you want a book, it's a shameless plug right here. If you're interested in getting a book, let me know so I can put you on the list, so I can make sure that I order enough copies to get out to you guys. You should get them sometime mid-August. So I know they'll come to me, and then I'll get them out to you. So make sure, just let me know so I can make sure I order enough. Cool. Shameless plug. There we go. I got it in.
There's no shame in sharing your genius and what you're working on with the world. I don't see, people are watching because they're fans of what you do and what you say and what you're teaching them. You're not getting paid for this. You're giving people your time for this. And I see nothing shameless at all about saying, here's what I'm working on, and I would love it if you were interested in this. Let me show you how to get it.
There you go. So right here, just let me know, and I'll get you your copy of your book, So What Do You Do? Volume 2. You know, where you'll see a chapter from me and lots of folks from NAMS. And I know a lot of you guys are familiar with NAMS because we've been talking about it a lot lately. So, cool. All right. So, Joel, what's next for you? What do you got coming up?
You know, I've been coming out of my sabbatical for really the last year. I guess you could say I'm back to work, but I'm really kind of taking it slow. I'm going to a lot of events, practicing what I preach, reconnecting with old friends and making a lot of new friends, and I'm evaluating opportunity that's out there. I've got a number of projects that I'm working on besides this book, nothing that I really want to go in depth right now, but I do, one thing I would mention is that I do have an inner circle at joelcomminnercircle.com. And in fact, right after this call, I've got my Inner Circle call where I share with my members what's going on up here, the things I spill the beans on what I am working on more in depth. And because I like people to understand this is what I think is important to pay attention to right now, and how does this apply to what you're doing, rather than have a big success and then say, well, here's how I did it. Come along with me. Let's do it together.
Right.
So people can join that at joelcomminnercircle.com.
There you go. Cool. All right, guys. Well, Joel, it's been so much fun. I've been having the best time getting to know you, getting to laugh with you a little bit about some of the shenanigans and stuff that we get up to as marketers. It's so great that we can be play-fressional.
Play-fressional. That's right. It sounds like it's fresh. That's the conflict I'm having, right? When you say play fresh, it sounds like there's a fruit involved somewhere. I don't know.
Okay, well, you know, we're crazy fruit, I guess. I don't know.
I need to massage this term a little bit. I'm gonna put it out there on Facebook and see what people say. So
okay.
As soon as we're off, I'm gonna post it and we'll see what people say about it.
Okay, perfect. And again, I wanna thank you so much, you know, again, for just spending time with me this afternoon. It was so great. Thanks for stopping in and talking with my friends, and you know, giving us an insight into what you got going on, and a little bit about the book that we have. And you know, guys, Joel, thank you so much for being here.
You bet, and I'm really glad that you're a co-author in our new book. Can't wait to read the final chapter for it, and I will see you in Atlanta at NAMS.
Oh, you will see me in Atlanta. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were going, so yes, I will see you.
Yeah, I will be there. It's a big book launch.
Oh, I know. That's right. Yes, there is. And guys, to you, thank you so much for taking time out of your day and for joining us here on Go Mind Your Business. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, go mind your business. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Go Mind Your Business with Terri Bork, presented by Extreme Marketing Concepts. If you want to drive more traffic, dominate the market, and crush your competition, find out how by visiting our website, www.extrememarketingconcepts.com. And join Terri next time for another episode of Go Mind Your Business.